Blog Talk Radio.
Always look up, never give up, and you will reach your goals. You're important, you're more than enough. And here she is, your host for Rolling with the Diva, Sabrina Williams. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. How are you guys today? It is a beautiful day. It is Tuesday, May 12th. I don't know where time is going. It just seems like it's passing us by and like we are just part of the wind. Have you ever felt like you had a friendship that you needed to let go but didn't want to? Maybe you were the person who was the bad guy in the friendship and you knew you needed to let it go for the benefit of the other person. Or maybe you're the person who's always a giver in the friendship and you just keep giving, but you just keep getting signs from just things that are happening with the friendship, from them letting you down, not returning your calls, or they just are always a receiver. Well, today we're going to talk about that on Rolling with the Diva, because you know what? Life is short, and sometimes we need to learn to let go of some of the friendships that we have. And it's not saying that you're a bad person, that you're abandoning that person, but if the friendship is not wanted by both people, then what's the purpose of a friendship? I don't know, just a question. We as a whole have those companions that we realize we have to leave, yet the reasons may be I have known them for quite a while. I realize they love me. I simply set it up with companionship intent. For what reason do you need to endure as an individual treating you like an enigma and like they own you? For what reason would it be with an individual who is self-adjusting, rather self-centered around giving, benevolence, and will do everything humanly conceivable to keep the friendship going? We want a friendship that wants us. We want a friend that wants us. Companion, friend, whatever you may call it, but friendships are important, and they can be amazing. Sometimes it doesn't mean there's a friendship just because you're confronted about something. That's not how you do life. But I am here to tell you on Rolling with the Diva, today we're going to learn when the waves have crashed, when it's time to leave. All right? Thank you, God, for this radio show. Thank you for anybody who may be listening. And I know a lot of people are struggling, God, right now with COVID-19 and the things that are going on for them. I pray that you would help them today. All right. We are going to play a song, and we will be right back. Look and see your glory in the great heavenly. They'd have to cry out, glory, hallowed be thy name.
excellent God. Yes, you're glorious. The mountains clap and the hills sing. Glorious, you're so excellent. Oh, you are. No one's holy like you are. You are. Yes, there's none beside you. You are. And there's no rock like you, Lord. No rock like you, Lord. You are. I find no fault in you. You're my glorious God. You are. Yes, you're glorious in your greatness and your power, in your majesty and your victory. Somebody say, is he? Is it you? He is the main, and so much more. Oh, worship him in the beauty of his holiness. Go on and worship him, worship him, worship the Lord. Is there anybody here? Anybody love him like I do? Then say you are. You're glorious.
All right, that was glorious, and I like that song so much. It's just such a great song. All right, well, we are going to start, and I'm just here today, and we're just going to talk about steps about how to let friendships go. I'm not saying you just have to go get rid of all your friends. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I've just seen in my life lately that I've just noticed that I get the feeling that some friends need to go. I get the feeling that the person wants to go, but then I don't want to break it off, and I don't think they do. But then you know by their actions they do. But when you talk to them, it's a different thing. So this is a good lesson for me to hear today, and it's also a good lesson for everybody else. I really hope that you guys will enjoy it and that you will remember that life is what it is. Life is what's going to make it. Okay, so here we go. Two merry grown-ups with long hair grinning and chuckling at something on a table or the phone over breakfast in a cab. With companions like these, who needs adversaries? English precept. Spring has long lost shown up. For some, the appearance of spring implies fresh starts and a period of wiping out the messiness. It is a great opportunity to dispose of the old and prepare for the new. Now and then, this mentality may incorporate reevaluation a portion of our connections, especially our friendships. The American Psychiatric Association said, sound companionships and other positive social backings contribute essentially to our psyche and our passionate mental health. On the other side, unsuitable or rhinonic or connections can be unsafe for our well-being. Don't make that word. We as a whole have those companions that we realize we have to leave. Yet the reason may be, and I read this earlier, but I'm going to read it again. I have known them for quite a while. I know they really love me. It just takes too long to make friends. So, I don't know. I don't want to have to endure another friendship. But why do you want to be treated like an enigma and like they own you? Why can't it just be a friendship that is self-adjusting to each other, and it's centered around grieving, benevolence, and will do everything human conceivable to keep the valuable companionship? We realize why part is the loss, yet we realize why part is the loss of the companionship in the rear of our psyche. The other is our confidence, and part of it is what we need to be a martyr. I really believe that. Stop and proceed onward. This time is up, and you are presently all set to move to more noteworthy things. If you don't think you're entitled to move more noteworthy things, then I don't know what to tell you. But we all are. Okay, we're going to take a minute, and we're going to pause, and we're going to be right back with Rolling with a Diva. Please remember that 211 in any of your area in the United States has resources for housing referrals, domestic violence referrals. For if you have suicidal ideations, if you're listening to this and you're suicidal, please get to the nearest emergency room. Let a loved one know you're wanted. You don't have to take your life. Grief is real. There's so much grief going on. I'm going to be doing 2 shows in June, on June 2nd and 4th, about grief. There's actually 7 steps to grief, and I want everybody to be able to know that and do that. Okay, we're going back to listening to a story. Each relationship takes work, be that as it may. When a fellowship turns out to be a greater amount of exertion to keep up than wellsprings of happiness, particularly if that exertion you put in isn't reacted to and given up what might be the most humane thing you could accomplish for yourself. Basically meaning, are they given to you? So we would realize when it generally takes time to release a friendship. The following are a couple of signs that can help give directions. Your companionship is put down. They don't. Your friendship. They don't applaud you for your wins. At the end of the day, you may see that each accomplishment your companion has something negative or disheartening to state. On the other hand, they may attempt to one-up you with their own stories of accomplishment. I know all of us have those friends. These can be warnings. A genuine companionship will truly feel, or if nothing else, express bliss when things work out positively for you. They will not just permit you your snapshot of brilliance. However, they will likewise relax in it with you. I like that. Additionally, goes for companionship, friendship, who discusses you despite your good faith. Be careful with an individual who consistently reviles others that you may like, or they may be talking about you. They set you last. And this is just basically simply said, yeah, we know between kids, accomplishments, vocations, and nurturing guardians, sometimes we're wiped out. We as a whole have occupied and confounded lives. In any case, even the busiest of us attempt to focus on and sustain the connections we esteem to have. We set aside a few minutes for individuals who matter. And I really, really learned that, especially with some friendships. If you only hear from people when they want to tell you they're engaged or something important to them, and that is a repeated pattern, and you can put it out on the Excel sheet, then you need to really, really think about, you know what, let it go. You don't have to keep picking up the phone. It will do what it has to do. Huge number of us have close, long-lasting relationships who may not address for quite a long time or even years. Yet when we do, it feels like no time passed. And that's true, a good thing. So think about the friendships that you might be wanting to think about, I have to, get rid of. All right. Just a break in the show, just to let everybody know that with COVID-19, I know you're stressed. There are many things going on, but you are not alone. You are loved, you are wanted, and you are amazing. As you listen to this show, may you find bits and tidbits from this show that will help you in all areas of your life. Today, we're focused on friendship. So, and then we were talking about just before I had made that little announcement, is that we have friendships I have friends like that 30-some years. I talk to them on the phone, see them on Facebook, but just like we never lost touch when we get together. When it truly comes down to it, that you are so critical to them, on the off chance that you wind up attempting over and over to put forth an attempt that's not returning kind, it might be an ideal opportunity to release that friend. So what are they saying? Basically, if they don't reciprocate and just become you're giving and giving, let it go. In the case of returning calls, writing messages, or even in the event that you are critical to somebody, they will at the base recognize you. And I have to say, I've had a lot of friendships, and I've, sent them cards, sent them this, and they never responded. And I had to finally realize that part of it was my self-esteem, and that I just wanted to be needed, and that I want to need God that much. So what is more, when I do commit an error, I'm just human, all things considered, and focus on fixing it. I love that. It is anything but difficult to get tied up and lose center in the active occasions and filleted difficulties of life. The worry is the point which turns into an example. If your companion is one who conveys their telephone as though it was extremely important, checking at regular intervals at the point that they have observed your content, decipher that is your will. Decipher that they don't want to talk to you. Be truthful. Number 3, you possibly get notifications from them when they need something. Let's assume we all have a companion who writes to us to pose or inquire about something. They have to know or request some help and quickly answers to your action. However, whenever you connect with them, it takes them days, weeks, years, months. They're in Hawaii and swimming back. This sort of relationship is probably going into the long run drain the vitality out of you in the most ideal situation. Pessimistically, in the event that you are an individual who battles with self-esteem, it risks propagating deceptions of dishonor. Account for the individuals who esteem you. Relinquish the individuals who just need what you can give them. I like that. We're all here for a purpose. We're not meant to just take up space. I like that. I really do like that. You just become separated. The friendship is just going its own way. That's okay too. Because sometimes we meet a person for a minute, a second, a day, or a year, and that's okay too. A great many people have had fellowships that functionally admired one time or shared the same characteristics, interests, for example, work or school. And I've had that where I've been always in contact with people through work, and I see them every day, so I was texting them, and we were talking all the time until I left their job. And many of them just fell off by the wayside. Many of them made promises they'd come to see me, but most of them are gone. Once in a while, those fellowships prosper past graduation or the completion of a vacation. Be that as it may, these connections might be found solely on those shared characteristics. On the off chance that a relationship isn't grounded in much else considerably, and you wind up having nothing to state or not being able to identify with the other individual anymore, the relationships may have run course. This procedure of becoming separated is a characteristic, a piece of life. It happens. It's okay. Everybody's not meant to be until we die or for years and years. Everybody, this is, and that was for you become separated. So let's go back and review this for people who are just tuning in. We're talking about how the 5 steps to know that you might need to get rid of your friendship. Your companion puts you down. Your companion is the same thing as friendship. It's just a term of words. They set you last. You possibly get notification when they need something and it's not reciprocated. You become separated just by the way of life. Just things happen and that's it. And 5th is, at this point, you're not their a favorite organization. You're just wretched to them. Everybody experiences highs and lows through everyday life. Maybe they're especially dim. Especially dim. I'm trying to think of the word. I'll have to think about it. Time in our lives, for instance, a time of extreme pointlessness and self-loathing. In some cases, companionships that were shaped during those occasions can cause you to feel stuck. So if you're making friendships based on you just got out of a bad relationship, say with a boyfriend, and you develop a relationship with a friend that normally wouldn't be on your level, think about that. On the off chance that you do not feel so great about yourself at that point, you might have pulled in the individuals who felt a similar way, both about themselves and you. All things considered, wretchedness loves organization, meaning misery loves company. Regardless of whether you are yet battling with issues of self-esteem, you may have grown better instruments to adapt. For instance, say you are effectively taking a shot at your self-esteem and self-sympathy. However, your companion attempts to sabotage these endeavors. If so, it might be an ideal opportunity to proceed onward for prosperity. Despairing people tend to be desperate for kindred spirits. However, in the event that you have arrived at a point in your life where you no longer need to be hopeless, it's time to release the companionship. These are just a couple of the signs that your relationship has gone on long past its termination date. Notwithstanding, similar to the case with any relationship. How the individual treats you and how you feel about yourself while in the friendship are frequently the best advisors for deciding whether you have a relationship worth clutching. And if you're still at misfortune, you can ask yourself the accompanying 2 inquiries. And we'll be back to those inquiries after we play our song. I was going to sing for you guys, but I changed my mind because you guys want me to. You don't want me to sing for you, do you? No, I don't think you do. So we are going to play a commercial from Queen Sylvia and then a song.
Hey, this is Sylvie, host of the Queen Sylvie Show on the Fishbowl Radio Network. Check out the show every Tuesday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can hear me keep it real about everything while making a difference promoting comedy and other artistic talents from the Dallas-Fort Worth area and around the world. Don't miss the Queen Sylvie Show. Holla.
On FishbowlRadioNetwork.com. Jump in.
I'm living my dream. I feel like a queen. I'm doing my thing. I feel like $1 million baby. Independent and free. That's how I want it to be. I take care of me. I feel like $1 million baby. From I was younger, I made a vow to be the best I had. Did my best, put the pedal to the middle, never lose my focus, had to be conscious, going places that I never could before, everywhere I go, it's wide open doors, make no mistake, it was a long, long road, I'm living my dream, I feel like a queen, I'm doing my thing, I feel like $1 million baby, independent. Stayed in the game, now I am a winner. Doing things now I never did before. My life is changing more and more. I'm feeling blessed. I want the world to know. La 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 la. La 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 la. I'm living my dream. I feel like
right, we're back with Rolling with the Diva, and we were just about to get to the part. In the event that you're still at misfortune with a friendship and you know it's time to end, let's talk about what you need to do, all right? So ask yourself these accompanying two inquiries. Questions. Does this kinship feed or exhaust me? And kinship, I love like these different words I'm learning to use, but it's a friendship because I can relate to families too. Or is self-sympathy and a long-haul joy with this relationship carrying me closer or further away from the objective of my friendship? Have you asked yourself, what is the objective of your friendship? What are you here for? Is this just a friend that you go bowling with, and you just have fun with? Is this a friend that's just in a Bible study? Is this a friend that you share your intimate life with, and you guys can't go a day without talking or seeing each other? Determine what kind of friendship. Ask yourself in relationships with families, sisters and brothers, the same thing. A fundamental piece of self-development is learning to relationship what is done serving us. Lamentably, this occasionally incorporates a long-haul friendship. As troublesome as the idea might be, any individual who has 3, 2, or even 1 great companions can be unhesitantly the views themselves of others. With regards to friendship, it's in the quality instead of the amount that has the effect. So basically what that last sentence is saying, if an individual has 1, 2, or 3, or even more friends, are those true friendships, or are those just friendships to meet your needs and their needs but not really go any deeper? Choosing to relinquish a friendship is never a simple choice. But be that as it may, on the off chance that you focus on the signs recorded above, all the more significantly to your heart, you will in the long run comprehend what to do. On the off chance that you battle to know whether a companionship is serving you or need to work through some other issues identified with fellowship, I urge you to connect with a person who is your mentor or somebody who you trust and can offer you help and direction. And I'm going to tell you the number one person you should be going to before you get into a friendship and even before you end a friendship is to God, the Lord Jesus Christ. He should be your number one friend. He is mine. And that way I can talk to him about all the friends. And if I'm really listening, he'll tell me if it's me as a friendship, because sometimes it's just the way I want everybody to be. Because sometimes Sabrina, am very hard on people being my friend. So I know that sometimes people struggle, but sometimes it's not. It's just about them. So I just want to do a quick reminder that 211 in many areas of the United States, in all states of the United States, offer resources for housing, for domestic violence, for emergency shelter for women, not so much for men, for your children to report abuse. You can, and if you're somebody who knows somebody is being abused, please call 911 or 311 if you're in the Nevada area, which is not emergency but it's still an emergency. Call Child Protective Services if you know a senior who's being abused. Also, the referral place can also help you with, I feel like I'm getting on track because my dog is over there eating food. He always chooses to eat when I'm doing something, like a little child. But anyway, you guys get the idea. You guys have heard me say it before, but I want to remind you, you are more than enough. You are freaking amazing. God loves you so much. His son got on the cross for you, for all of our happy butts. He didn't care about a color. He didn't care about if you were a man or woman. He didn't care if you had 1 or 2 legs or 1 eye. All he cared was he got on the cross to die for you, to die for our sins, because the victory is already won. So stop living your life as if it's no victory, but know that God has fought the victory for you, and that Satan and dark forces can have nothing over on us because we are God's children. May you have a great week. May you tune in on Thursday. And I love y'all. I'm really appreciative of you. And I really appreciate the time that people take to listen to my show. We are on season 9 over, I think, over 5 years. We're going to play another song, and then we will be gone. Actually, I think I'm going to play 2 songs, okay? Because that's just like who I am. Yeah. Nettie, One Day. Here we go.
I never did say I'm sorry for the way that I fought you. I never did say I'm sorry for not trusting things that you do. And now I'm looking back with a sad heart at the way things fell apart. But I know that you are here with me and that your love never changes. One day you'll show us what you were up to, and then we'll see whether here or in the heavens above you will reveal more of your love. And the way you did those things that tore us apart, you will show us more of your heart. Yeah, you show us more of your heart. You will show us. As days pass, I can see your plans. They are shining right on through. As days pass, I can see your face. You shine forever, you do. And though the dark times they come and go, but Lord, you are always true. And every sorrow we're going through, oh Lord, we can count on you. One day you'll show us what you were up to, and then we'll see whether here or in the heavens above you will reveal more of your love. And the way you did those things that tore us apart, you will show us more of your heart. Yeah, you show us more of your heart. You will show us. Shown so much through the death and life of your son. And so I want to say that I'm sorry for the way that I fought you. Resisted all of your purposes, but Lord, you have made a way. One day you'll show us what you were up to. We'll see whether here or in the heavens above you will reveal more of your love. And the way you did those things that tore us apart, you will show us more of your heart. Yeah, you show us more of your heart. You will show us.
All right. I just want to make sure everybody knows that the background song that I was playing was not mine, but I was given permission because it's a download free music. And the website that I got it from was www.ashmaluv.com/no-copyright-music. It's a great site. He had some amazing songs. And just wanted to give him credit because, even though he said I could play it for free, we still want to promote everybody on here because we listened to one of his songs that requires you to buy a license, which I'm going to do for that song. I still think we should help promote people even if they don't ask us for that. And he says if you want to use my music on YouTube, Facebook, or other sites, I recommend you become my patron or download tracks on Fiverr. You'll receive more than 70 tracks that you can use unlimitedly. So there you go. But I used the free one, and it was a positive ambience. So there you go. And I'm going to say this last thing on friendships, because I wrote this to post on Facebook, so to tell everybody about the show. But I felt this was like something that everybody should remember. And so I love water, and this is why I wrote it this way, because, water is always anew. We come out clean. So sometimes we need to just let the friendship go and let the waves wash over. We as a whole have various friendships and figure out how to adjust them as though we are surfing. Some require more adjusting than others. Be that as it may, at times we don't have the foggiest idea when to permit the surfboard to part ways with the waves of friendship and proceed onward. And that's what it is. I just wanted to know. You guys heard the 5 steps. Don't be resuscitating friendships you don't need to, and go on and make new connections in your life. You guys are blessed. Peace out.